This is a Hope 1032 podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Troubleshooting. Hello, Jay.
Hello, Samuel.
And for some reason, there's somebody else in the room. It's not Sharma. Who is it?
You gonna say your name?
I thought you wanted me to look at the camera.
Yeah, I do. But okay, what?
Don't look at the camera.
Okay,
sorry.
This is Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
No, okay, look at us. No,
okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
this is a wreck
Chris,
of things.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
stepping in for Sharma. Well, she's off in Japan, somewhere
Yeah.
on holidays. You're not Sharma.
No.
But you've still got a topic.
Yes.
You do?
Yep. Headphone gaming.
Headphone gaming. Mm-hmm. Okay. And before we talk about that, what do you actually do?
I'm a big headphone gamer.
Okay.
But I do it professionally with Hope.
You do?
Yeah, between 3 and 7.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you put headphones on,
Hope Gaming.
Hope Gaming.
Yeah, Hope gaming, sure.
While you're on the radio.
Yeah, so drive announcer at Hope.
Okay, great.
So nothing to do with gaming.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can gamify everything these days. Even radio. You okay?
I'm
That
fine.
sounds like foreshadowing. Gamifying things.
Oh, my goodness.
Everything,
Okay.
even radio.
Even right. Jay, what are you going to be talking about today?
I am going to be talking about an article that I read yesterday.
That is so specific, and I love the detail that you provided.
Correct.
Okay.
Got to
Your
save
new
some for the
podcast
book.
is called Suitably Vague. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Sounds perfect.
You are literally just
Podcast name machine.
Yeah, you do a really good job of that as well. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about robotics because I think that we're going to have little Android robots in our house in the next 15 years. And Meta, our favourite company,
One of many
favourite companies, have been talking about the new software they're going to be releasing for that. Are you guys okay if I start off with that topic?
Yeah, right. If you want.
Okay, cool. So, tagline is, everyone's going to have a robot. Meta wants to be the software behind the hardware.
That makes sense for a software company.
Right.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Now, thinking
Then who's
about...
making the hardware?
Well, let's use an example that we know about. Okay,
Phones?
So Android phones. Okay,
Yeah.
so we all have a phone that, well, apart from you, Joe, you use graphene.
Oh,
Nice work, by the way.
Yeah. But what?
I was just going to say, what do you think graphene's based off?
I know, but okay, but all right, my goodness. Okay.
Sure. But that's AOSP. But yeah.
Okay, so
ultimately Android.
Google.
It's
Okay.
Auslan.
That's going to be
It's
great.
not Auslan.
No, it's
Okay,
not
Google has done a lot of work with Android to make it the platform that a lot of mobile phone manufacturers can use for their operating system to work on. The hardware is different, but the software is very similar, or there might be a little bit of change. That is essentially what Meta wants to do with Android robots, is they want to be the software that runs all of these machines, and the hardware is made by different manufacturers.
So Meta wants to be the Android of Androids.
Yeah, that sounds less interesting.
Google really should have jumped in there earlier, I feel.
Yeah, they already had
They're like, hey, we're Android and our Androids run on Android. And then Apple come in and go, no, it's going to be iDroid. And you're like,
iDroid, oh my goodness. But no, it is actually a really important thing because the reality of the world is that humanoid robots are going to be a part of our future in the next, 10, 15 years probably. And so having a company that is dedicated to providing the software support for it is a good thing, and we can see how that's kind of worked with Android phones. I'm not so keen of it being Meta because historically they haven't been great in terms of privacy, data collection.
but who has?
None of them. So
Yeah,
I kind of, every time I think about these things, I'm always like, I just don't want to have one of them in my home, but it's probably going to happen at some point.
Then people start labeling you a Luddite or something like that. wouldn't
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
they? Get with the non-privacy program, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
What
So-
do you? Do you hate clankers or something?
No,
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, so
I do.
I want to read you a quote from this
like clankers.
article on
No.
Engadget. Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a quote from the
Oh,
article.
EngageNet.
That's
Engage. Engadget.
Engadget?
Engadget. Engadget.
Gadget.
Okay, whatever.
Yep.
Anyway,
Can somebody from Engadget please tell us how your name is spelled?
We're open to sponsorship.
Spelt said.
unlike those companies, though Meta isn't all that focused on competing in hardware, it has a MetaBot in the works, but its real goal is to create software that other companies can license, much like Google does with Android. Software is the bottleneck, according to Botsworth, and the hope is that combined powers of Meta's robotics team, led by Mark Whitten, former CEO of Cruise, I don't know who that is, and its highly publicized superintelligence labs can produce a solution.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yep, we're going to go to the same name.
According to Botsworth?
Yeah. Professor Botsworth? Does he have like a little cat? Does he sit in a chair in like a...
Is Botsworth like a Terminator situation where he's from the future,
So
he's coming back?
historically
to let
how
us
my
know how-
reading and pronunciation is so eloquent and clear.
And not at all accurate.
Yeah, this is Bosworth.
Oh,
It would have been better if it was Botsworth.
this is like, what was her name? Zoe Hamburger working for McDonald's. That's
So good.
That would have been like,
What's that called? Like, is it nomenclature determinism?
nominative determinism.
Not nominative
yes.
determinism, yeah.
Those are $5 words that I learnt when I was reading about Madam Hamburger. I don't know what her preferred Mrs. whatever. I'm going to call her Madam.
So let me tell you something about how much money Meta wants to throw behind this.
Billions.
Many money.
Yeah, probably.
Well, there's the answer.
You're probably closer than me.
I'm just.
Because billions, I've just narrowed it straight
Yeah.
in. It could be trillions. Who
Yeah.
knows? Giga dollars.
What is trillions if not lots of billions?
Okay, so to put this into
Maybe no
context,
sense.
guys, so Meta is...
Sorry, were you trying to say something?
Yes,
or
I
we keep
was.
diverting
Meta
interest.
has committed over $100 billion in cumulative investments into its augmented,
You're
into its augmented and virtual reality portfolio.
Oh, the metaverse.
Yeah, and the Meta Ray-Ban display stuff. $100 billion.
Just in that?
But, yeah, and they're going to spend more on
Morons.
Android.
I'm not going
Sounds
to
like
call
the
them
right word.
morons. You said it. Zuckerberg's going to be annoyed, though.
My good.
Chris and I
He
are on
won't
the same
like
wavelength
you.
today.
Sorry, if Mark
And he
Zuckerberg
won't
is
like
listening
this.
to this podcast, I sincerely hope that he is not,
No, well...
Why not?
because he's got better things to spend his time. Actually, no, Mark Zuckerberg, call out to you specifically. If you're listening to this podcast, please send it to everyone at Meta to subscribe
It's
to.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
So at least
subscription.
And also be quite happy for him to fund this amazing project and more.
Yeah. Okay. So
You don't want Meta's money?
So there you go. So there's the top-down view, Chris and Jay. Meta is making a software thing for Android robots. They're spending a lot of money on it.
At least 100 billion.
At least 100 billion,
Yeah.
which I only have 99 billion in my house. So like it's more than what I've got. No, I don't have that much money at home. So what are your thoughts? Like, first of all, do you want a robot in your home?
I'm still sad the dude's name isn't Botsworth.
Okay.
Sure.
He
Let
is
me process this.
For troubleshooting, and troubleshooting fans are like, is Botsworth.
Okay, it's Botsworth. Okay,
Now,
thanks, Chris.
Mr. Botsworth.
It's funny because there's two things that I think about this here. For Meta to come out and make this call, and for not to have Google decide to make Android run on Android, or Androids run on Android, or Apple to
Yeah,
go, we're going to make
that is
iDroid. Like, they must already be quite a bit into this process to reveal these cards. Like, know that there's already a bit of a lead time for anyone else to chase them.
That's true, actually. That's often what happens is they'll be developing things in the back end and back room, and then they'll bring it out once it's kind of almost at a point of viability.
Yep.
Type thing. Yeah.
So that might be really, really ahead on this. The other thing was, I think yesterday we had the International Astronautical Congress,
That is a name.
which it is a mouthful, and I did struggle. Even as a professional announcer, that's a difficult one to say. I didn't mention it on air yesterday for that very reason.
practicing.
So you saved it for our podcast.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, always saving content for troubleshooters. Now, ABC News reporting on it.
Troubleshooters. I love that. That's what we're going to start. You, listener or watcher, are a troubleshooter.
Oh, so that's actually now the collective noun.
That's
of
what we're going to call
listeners,
them from now
troubleshooters.
on.
Oh,
That's our
great.
fan base.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
You come in for
Sorry.
one episode and you change the entire thing.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
You can come back more often.
All right, that's great.
I like Sharma.
I
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying we get rid of Sharma.
No.
Maybe we just need to find room for a fourth mic. The Roadcaster's got one.
We've got an extra room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Special
Strange
guest.
Homes.
Maybe he can comment. He can be the commentary over our episodes. You can get the director's cut from Chris.
DVD commentary. You know,
I
for
don't even
years
know
I
what's
wanted
going
to
on
be
here.
that guy. And now that dream kicked.
You know, it's really not hard to just sit in front of a movie and voice your opinions with a
I
microphone.
actually
Except
wanted to
you
do
get
that
kicked
once.
out.
Pardon?
You get kicked out if
Oh,
you
don't
that.
do it in
No,
the
at
theater.
home, at home.
Do it at home.
Oh,
And then you just upload your track for others to
YouTube.
just, expert commentary that you can then play while
What are you an expert in?
Well, not very
Squirrels.
much. Well, okay.
Well, actually, we're all experts in doing that. But what we are
Yeah,
experts in
sorry.
is what Chris is talking
Astronautical
about.
Congress.
So, and first of all, it's a
Not the
75th.
Congress.
What?
Yeah,
75th?
It is called the Congress.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called
Oh.
Sydney's International Astronautical Congress.
Yes.
I just-
75th.
I have egg on my face now.
Good.
Egg and my face were in alignment. Is that an IT crowd reference?
I don't know, Chris. Get on with the message.
75th, by the way. 75th.
That's
so
a
this
lot
is
of
happening
congresses.
right.
Congress?
We should pause and actually fact check that.
Hold
think we
up.
should.
What are they talking about here, Chris?
So in this particular instance, they're talking about Aussie homes soon being built by spider-like robots called Charlotte.
Oh,
Is it called Charlotte's Web then, maybe?
was this article on the ABC this morning?
Yes, yeah, well, last night, but yeah.
Okay, I did see that when I was scrolling through. I didn't read it, but that does look very interesting.
Sorry, hold on. What has this got to do with astronauts?
Well, it must be tech because they're going to be using it to
On the
build
moon!
on the moon.
On
yeah,
the
yeah.
moon! On the moon.
And they're starting in Australia because it's also inhospitable here, or
Wow.
just because spiders? I don't know.
No, I think it might be it's an international congress, so it probably just gets, it's like the Olympics,
Sure.
but more space.
But
Okay.
but the point is that they're talking about homes being built with robotics.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
which, mind you, they're already 3D printing homes. That's
Well,
already a thing.
So the semi-autonomous robot combines robotics with 3D printing. And it's received financial support from the New South Wales government. So here we
it?
go. So homes are
Wow.
going to be getting built on the moon, and we're going to be getting people up to them. It's great. Like, it's going to help us. We'll be able to start a whole economy on the moon.
That's not going to go bad at all. Let's not focus on our own problems here on Earth.
Let's just send it to the moon.
Colonize the other planets.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I did
no.
see an article about getting to Mars in 10 days. That's actually a pretty cool idea.
How are they going to do that?
Space travel, probably.
Just a really
I'm done.
big slingshot.
He's out.
Been good.
Okay, so it's already in like the zeitgeist of popular culture, and people are seeing these articles being brought to them on their normal news platforms.
Yep.
That robotics are going to be a part of their lives. I think it's inevitable that we're going to find ourselves in situations where we have these little robots wandering around doing things. But what I don't think is going to happen is it's going to be a humanoid robot that looks like Jay. Although if there was a humanoid robot that looked like Jay, I would be mighty concerned. And thank you for doing that on
Why are
video.
you smiling when you say that?
No, because you're doing weird stuff with your arms.
It's a dichotomy. There's one part of his brain going, bring that on. And the other part going, this should never happen.
Yeah.
And we should probably erase the footage.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to be the situation that we land up in.
On the moon.
Yeah, on the moon. We're not going to do that. But because it's actually really hard to make general robotics for every function that exists.
That's all modular, right?
Well, yeah, well, humans are really good at it because that's kind of what we were designed and built and if you think about evolution practices, whatever, however you think about that, I don't know, nor do I have an answer on that. But we've become very good at adapting to our environment and making choices very quickly. There was a video as well that Jay sent through to me the other day about some neural network robotic thing that was trained in software.
Oh, yeah.
And so you train these robots in software to be able to adapt to different walking patterns based on the physical proportions of their body.
Well, it was basically the two concepts were, number one, and it was specifically talking about robots in disaster zones, robots like bomb-sniffing dogs, bomb-sniffing bots, bots in war zones, that sort of thing. What happens when they get damaged?
Yeah.
Do they just kind of lie on their side and now have wasted $1 billion on the ground? Or do they learn how to adapt to the fact that now two of their legs are slightly shorter? And so it's training them how to do that. The second part of that was really cool is the fact that once one robot figures out how to work with only, two shorter legs,
It sends the data.
all the robots now can deal with that same level of
Like a
damage.
hive mind.
And so
Sounds
it's
like a horror
hive
movie.
mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like reading this going, so my biggest fear of a robot evolution, we're teaching them how to deal with damage. This is bad, guys.
Well, I think it's bad in some ways, but also depending on what the robots are doing, is
It'll be
quite
really,
useful.
there is absolutely a use for it. Like I said, disaster zones, war zones, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
So you're saying something that is ultimately going to be used for good could become corrupted and be used for bad.
Chris, give me an example where that hasn't happened.
I do not have, but I was very terrible at categories, to be fair. Like,
not as terrible as I was.
well, okay, it only gets worse. All right, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah,
When you
I
podcast.
don't think the people watching have any idea what that is because categories, guys, is something that we do before.
sorry.
Yeah, no, we do it before the show.
Little
And
pre-game warm-up.
Yeah, a little pre-episode warm-up. And you know what? I'm going to make a short out of that. I'm going to chuck it up on YouTube. So if you want to go and see and watch and hear about our categories attempt, it's very... Don't, first of all, please don't view it because it's terrible. But also YouTube,
All right, let me
Troubleshooting _
sneak
pod.
Wow, well done.
Thank you. Okay, so there you go. So Meta is making the Android version of robotics, and Android does not mean robot. It means
The Android version of
oh my god.
robots.
Okay, I realize that the title needs a bit of work.
They're
guys.
going to be the software,
like Inception.
focusing on the software, not the hardware.
and this is why you're here, Jay.
I summarize things well.
You do.
Like
and speaking of summarizing
something
things
that
well,
rhymes with Pat CDV.
so you're going to summarize this for me now.
Okay.
What's your topic? Summarize it in one line.
I read a book. Well, not a book. An article about a book.
Can you please tell me more about that?
Would you like me to unsummarize
I would
that?
like you to
Expand.
expand.
Was it a book
expand
review?
upon that.
No. So, I've been doing some reading. A little while ago, executive producer extraordinaire, award-winning executive producer extraordinaire, Ben McEachern.
Oh, we love Ben McEachern.
We love Ben McEachern.
Do you like Ben McEachern?
Yeah. I don't know what.
1032 mornings.
How could there not be a like of Ben McEachern? I
I
think.
don't know.
Yes.
Anyway, he lamented the fact that men aren't reading as much as they used to, as much as they should be. And so I've been trying to change that for me personally and read more. One of the things I was reading was, I'm getting sidetracked. Tim Berners-Lee. Does that name mean anything to you guys?
No.
Yes and a no. Okay. For me, it didn't mean a huge amount. In one of my first jobs, all the meeting rooms and resources that you could book were all named after people who'd been instrumental in various technologies. Berners-Lee was the main boardroom. It was our video conference room, effectively. He was, Tim Berners-Lee, kind of the father of the internet or one of the early pioneers. He's considered the guy implemented the first successful web server client connection
cool.
via hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP. That's the little bit that goes at the start of your web addresses.
Oh, there you go. If you didn't know what HTTP means, now you know.
There you go. He created the first web browser, and one of his big things was he built kind of the foundations of what how to say this, an interconnected network
Of information.
What would you call something like that? An interconnected network.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's tricky, isn't
It's
it?
real tricky.
I know. It's like categories here. This is
Net connect.
No.
It's internet.
No, it's the World Wide Web.
Oh,
I was going to say, yeah.
New
okay.
definition for you. That's why we have the www at the start of web
I
addresses.
did know that.
And then
There
we
you
decided to just ditch it.
And then we just call it the
set the
internet
A record. So you don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Because World
Yes.
Wide Web is faster to say than www.
And
I
also,
just say dub.
but also in advertising, no one wants to
www.
Stop it with that in the copy. Just get rid of www.
So do you want me to, when I do the call out to Hope at the end, I'll be like, go to www.hope.
No.
HTTPS colon slash www.
Correct.
Okay.
And then end
That's
with a
great.
backslash.
It rolls off the tongue.
It really does. So natural, like Jay.
So the coolest part of the story is the fact that one of the things that he was really passionate about while he was kind of developing the idea of what is now called the internet, it had to be free. As far as he was concerned, if people had to pay lots of money for it, they weren't going to use it. And yes, you have to pay money for your internet connection.
That's fair.
Servers obviously cost money to host, that sort of thing. But actually accessing the internet, you don't need a subscription to then, you need to buy a subscription to watch Netflix. You need to buy a subscription to read most newspapers that are on the internet. The internet itself is free.
Yes.
So that was kind of his big thing was we didn't want to charge people money to use the IP. So he was working for CERN at the time, and he convinced them to let him work on it. And once he'd come up with the idea, he convinced them to then donate all of the IP for the internet into the public domain so that anyone could build a website. Anyone could, and anyone can.
Yeah, with Wix.com.
The sponsor
Station
of today's-
sponsor? No, not station sponsor.
If that was an actual some ad segment, that was very smooth.
We'll just censor
No,
that.
I just really don't like. It's not good.
It's a parody.
Yes.
A question for you though, because my
Yes.
understanding was the internet was always made by the US government.
DARPA.
I don't know what it was
DARPAnet.
called.
I think so.
I think it
yeah,
had roles in it.
As I said, Berners-Lee came up with kind of the concepts. There's lots of different kind of technologies that come into play, and the DARPA side of things was more on the network, whereas what Berners-Lee was working on was more on the web service kind of side.
Okay.
Like protocols and things like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so web protocol versus network communication.
Right.
Like IP stacks and stuff would have been more like
I don't know
that's
that much.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
definitely don't know that
history of
much.
computer
two,
science.
two sides of the same
Yeah.
coin, essentially.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, he kind of built on the networking side of things to create the ability for people to actually go onto a website and see information.
Right, because email had been around since like
Email
the 70s
was around.
or something
And that
like
was, have you heard the story of the world's first webcam? Like video,
Link
not
up.
video conferencing. The guys, probably DARPA, I don't know for sure, or it was university, one of the two. They got sick of going downstairs to see if the coffee was boiling.
I did hear this.
So they set up a camera and then they ran it over the network, probably not the internet.
people
at that
could then
point.
just connect to it
So
to
that
see.
then, everyone in the building could look and see if there was coffee in the coffee boiler.
How good is laziness at optimizing things?
It's so true.
It is very good.
Get a lazy guy to do a job because they'll make a way of making it as efficient as possible.
That's why I was hired.
I could do this, but this is really annoying. How about I spend many, many hours interestingly figuring out how I
Yes.
can do this?
Do this job that takes 5 minutes, or spend 8 hours automating it.
Yeah, but the tech that you've come up with, I mean, look at the whole, like all the space tech.
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
Like I got a pen right here, which is you can write upside down in water as a birthday present.
That doesn't look like a pen. That looks like something you pulled out of a dinosaur's mouth.
Or like a
Yeah, like a tooth.
no, it's a little pen, fits in my fob pocket. But
okay.
the thing is, the technology to do that
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Billions of dollars, I don't know if it was billions, but like a ton of money spent just to be able to get a pen that could write in 0G.
Yeah.
And
Makes
did
a
they
lot
need
of
it? They
sense.
could have used a lead pencil, couldn't they? But,
Well, no.
Not quite
'cause
true.
Graphite is conductive.
So they couldn't end up using the lead
so is that
pencil.
actually a misnomer, that little
Correct.
sort of...
The whole, the US, it's just like a joke about the US and spending lots of money, and then the Russians used a pencil,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
realized that the pencil wasn't going to work, so they bought the US space pen.
Yes, there's a
propaganda,
reason
and
why-
I fell for it.
We all did.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
So,
I feel like it was just
Tim
me,
Berners-Lee has written an editorial in The Guardian basically discussing the state of the internet right now and whether or not he thinks that the web, a lot of people say Web 3.0, still aligns to the values that he tried to imbue it with when he unleashed it on the world, and his answer is no.
I just want to take a step back there and
Yep.
clarify Web 3.0. So is that where we are today with the internet?
So Web 3.0 is kind of a marketing term. So Web 1.0 is boring web pages, mostly just text, not very formatted, blocks of, for people who were around in the 90s that saw this, it was cool at the time and terrible now. Web 2.0 was, you saw the rise of graphics, you saw interactivity, you can, click things and
It's
they
like
move.
the social media.
Yeah, and it's Web 2.0 was kind of what made it possible to have a lot of the graphics, videos.
That was with all the Flash stuff, wasn't it?
Flash
Oh
games.
my goodness. Okay, that's Web
You
2.0.
love the Flash
was.
videos?
No, Flash games.
Yeah, oh, sorry, Flash games, Flash videos, yeah.
Miniclip.com. Oh,
What a time.
So that's Web 2. So that still
Yeah.
feels like Web 1 for me. Because I was in the mid-2000s, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. I remember the jokes that were coming around. One of the presidents, I forget who it was talking about Web 2.0, and everyone's like, that's never going to happen. What's
Yeah.
going on here? And now we're at Web... I'm surprised.
Web 3.0 is kind of just a marketing term. It started being talked about in the rise of stuff like Bitcoin.
gross.
Lots
like
of
Bitcoin?
No.
that like a lot of people attribute that to be, rather than it being web servers that anyone can edit and change and whatever, like Wikipedia, it was all built on what are the terms they use? Whatever.
Decentralized?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the one. Decentralized.
So
it's
that was,
all going
is
to
that
be
Web 2.0?
That's 3.0.
Oh, okay. See, that was, I thought, the talk about what 2.0 was meant to be.
Yeah.
Or 2.0 was meant to be.
So realistically, Web 3.0 doesn't really mean anything because it was meant to be this whole different way of doing the internet, and then no one really cares about it because it doesn't actually improve on anything in any meaningful way. So we're just still doing Web 2.0.
So does old mate like the new internet?
So where he landed is he doesn't like where the internet is now. He did a bit of a summarize the state of affairs. Bots are harvesting your data. Sorry, companies and apps and devices harvest your data and then charge you for the ability to look at it. I say wearing my Garmin, and they've just released a paid subscription, which I'm not entirely happy about. You've got bots reposting AI-generated content onto Reddit to try and, inflame political discourse. Basically, he's not a fan of where the internet is now. But I've got two takeaway quotes. First one, the AI industry landscape is fiercely competitive and development and governance are dictated by companies. The lesson from social media is that this will not create value for the individual. So kind of something we all really know, particularly, with the upcoming not data privacy, social media bans for under 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
We're all kind of aware that social media are bad for our brains, for our lives, for everything.
Is he sort of suggesting we're going for more like a Web 2.1 at the moment? Just a slight improvement on...
Well, he doesn't really use the terms Web 2.0 or 3 or anything. But he does end on a more positive note. If we are able to muster it, we have the chance to restore the web as a tool for collaboration, creativity, and compassion across cultural borders. We can re-empower individuals and take the web back. It's not too late. And I think that's the key.
That's cool.
Here we have basically the creator of the internet saying, guys, this sucks. We need to take it back. He has suggested, and it's not because he's making money off it. He's not making money off it. It's not because he's jealous that he came up with a cool idea and that other people have improved on it. He goes, no, I wanted to do that. It's because he's going, hey guys, I created this concept. This is why. This is what I wanted it to do, and it's not doing that anymore. We need to change that. And so he suggested a CERN-like not-for-profit body driving forward international AI research because he realizes that AI can do good, can be a net positive, but it's not at the moment because corporations are allowing it to be run by profit rather than actually doing things that are useful.
Can you imagine how much better technology and the world would be if things weren't profit-driven?
Yeah. So his suggestion is come up with a body to run to guardrail AI research, ensuring that the people who come up with the rules around AI aren't doing so for financial reward, but because they're actually trying to make the internet a better place. So the TLD listen is he's written a book about this whole concept called This Is For Everyone. This is absolutely not a sponsor spot. We're not making any money. I'm hoping to acquire a copy to read and possibly review. So I'm not going to tell listeners to read it. I'm just going to say it's a book that exists. It's by someone who really knows their stuff about technology. And yeah, anyway, that's the thing that I read. And I'm like, it kind of gave me hope because I get very cynical about, the corporations. Don't say it so sarcastically.
Oh, sorry. I was being cynical. Oh.
I'm quite cynical when it comes to the state of affairs with the internet and the fact that everything's run by corporate oligarchies.
Yep.
But
host your own blog.
Yeah. Tim Berners-Lee thinks it's not too late. So that's the key takeaway for me.
Cool. And educate yourself. I mean, reading
That's
a book.
it.
Yep.
Read a book, damn it!
Being educated and well informed is very, very important, and particularly around all this technology stuff. It's so fast and what it changes that yes, we're not saying read the book, but if you want to be educated, it might be worthwhile reading that book.
Learn some elements in technology. If you're sick of having Facebook as the problem is it's the whole foot traffic thing, right? Like all these mega malls do kind of well because all these shops are in there, and so lots of people can get through there, and but they're getting charged an arm and a leg to have these things, and then once they're in there, the prices to have a shop keep going up, and you can't compete. Same with having a social media platforms, right? We all post there because it's easy.
Yeah.
Because you'll get views and we can
Everyone's
connect
there.
with people because we want to connect.
Please watch our content.
Yes, please do. On YouTube.
Find us on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Troubleshooting. But
also hosting your own websites.
Yeah, you could do that as well. Now, a change of tact here. So we've just spoken about really educating yourself, understanding what's happening in the world of the internet. And now we're going to jump to something completely different, Chris.
I was really hoping for like a convoluted segue, but no, nothing.
Headphone gaming. Okay.
Elaborate.
I think. Well, okay. So imagine that you're able to play a video game without mashing the keys.
Hold up, I'm thinking about it.
Okay, so all right. So close your eyes.
It hurts, Chris.
No, I can't see.
So you're only a masher?
Sorry?
Are you only a masher? You can't imagine a world where you're not mashing.
I play games that I don't have to interact with.
That sounds like life. Well, no, that's not life at all.
That's the opposite of life, Chris.
I mean, it depends on
Unless you're a complete introvert.
Yeah, okay.
Say hello, Chris. Hello, Chris.
It's okay. Go on. So what are you saying
This
about...
is why you went into radio. You don't actually want to see someone face to face.
Okay, so we're talking about headphones.
There's people in stand-up.
You're wearing headphones right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so can you
but
play
these
games
are
with
not
them?
smart headphones.
No, okay. So
They've
what
got
is?
no accelerometer. They've got no spatial awareness.
Tell
much
me, Chris,
like me.
what is this? What is this game?
iPods AirPods controlling games. I'll talk to you. Not you, Sam.
No,
AirPods. So they've got They've got sensory data in them. So when you move your head around, that data is able, the developers are able to take that data and use it in the game.
Okay.
So it's like that. What's that?
So
game?
what is this game?
This current game is a fairly basic game.
Sure.
It's just I think a bike or a car that sort of just changes lanes. So you just have to move your head like that. You can set it to also accelerate and brake. Don't want to do any hard braking or hard accelerating. Yeah.
Neck.
And well, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe we're going to see some physiotherapists going,
Ooh, show me the money.
yeah. But see, my physio actually told me to do exercises for my neck, doing like twisting exercises like that. So maybe doing more of this gamifying stretching could be a good thing. All of a sudden, you're going to see people on buses just sort of like, are they trying to get the best possible selfie? Is this Instagram?
Oh,
no, it's
Lord.
Flappy Birds.
Oh,
Well, yeah. Oh, quick, go to the physio.
Wasn't there one where you had to scream at it to make the bird fly?
yeah, please don't play that on the bus.
No, I can't remember which YouTuber it was, but they made a microwave that only works when you scream at it. So you're just standing there screaming at your microwave to heat up your hot pocket.
That sounds like the bike to power the house.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
except way
Although
worse and
that
way less
actually
practical.
that actually helps you.
You have to scream at the microwave to boil your cup of tea. Don't ask me why you do that in the microwave to soothe your
Americans.
throat. Yeah, Americans do.
don't like kettles.
Please don't boil your water in the microwave. We have kettles and also
I don't know why I'm doing this.
stoves.
This is not a kettle.
That's a fist.
The name of my new podcast, but I'm holding a kettle.
This is not a kettle. A journey through things that are not
there's a-
kettles.
Invisible kettle with Chris
There's
Jolly.
another podcast episode. This is not a kettle. Okay, so
This gets better.
do you know? This reminds me of when the iPhone first came out. Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, right.
Because the swiping functionality
Using the touchscreen.
was so novel at that time that they were like, let's make a game out of this. And Fruit Ninja, Australian developed game actually.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Massively successful and has made a lot of money over the years. But I wonder if it's going to be something similar to this because we don't often see a lot of innovation with new hardware from smartphone companies. And so maybe this is one of those things that's like, it might seem novel, but there's actually a lot of potential opportunity for really cool experiences that you can bring.
Well, the reason Apple, I think, have given that data to developers so that it can be integrated for health and fitness apps.
Yeah. Okay.
Really.
Okay.
That's the reason the data is being made
for
available.
runs and things like that. Yeah, okay.
Because you'll be probably like, you know how like you could track your steps with your phone or
Sure.
your watch. Maybe that's the same sort of thing. It knows if it moves up and down certain, that's enough steps and things like that.
Interesting.
But your headphones, I guess, will then know exactly where you are. But I guess everything these days knows exactly where you are, right? Like
You've got a
location.
GPS in your phone.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be worried about the accelerometers in your headphones when you've got literally
I didn't quite mean it like that.
satellites
Yeah.
tracking your movement.
When words don't quite mean what they mean. I meant more like
There's another podcast idea.
when words don't really mean what they mean.
The etymology of nonsense.
The etymology of nonsense should actually be a mainstay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
No, so what I meant is like it knows your positioning of your head and everything like that.
Interesting.
Sorry, yeah, where you are.
Okay. But
But it's more accurate tracking your movement. So yeah, as you
Yeah.
like you said, like you know, I track my steps with my watch, but it is really funny when my wife and I will go for a walk. We'll walk the same distance. Somehow, even though she physically has smaller steps than I do, I will take more steps over the walk than she does. It makes no sense. And this is common.
Are you a slow walker?
Oh, I reckon it's
Or
like
are you a
resonant
small stepper?
frequency. Like, because there's a really old video of a bridge in the US that they built it, which is good.
They built the bridge.
They built the bridge.
Did they
and-
get over it?
No, because
Sound.
the wind
Well, yeah.
blew over the bridge, and it oscillated at the natural frequency, the resonant frequency, that the wind was happening to blow over it, and the entire thing fell down.
Not a very good bridge then.
No, it wasn't.
So we
This is-
shouldn't walk at certain speeds.
Well,
then?
this is what I'm thinking: is that depending
Oh.
on the rate of your wrist movement or your head bobble when you're walking,
But I'm not wearing the headphones. I can't bobble my head.
Okay, what the point is that when you're
head.
doing that,
feels like Staying Alive now. Like that should be the theme song as you're walking.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's how they get you to like pick the exact right. It's like CPR. You know, you got to hit the.
Is there a rhythm?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
rhythm
everyone
for
has a-
CPR.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a certain beats per minute that you should be hitting. So they say Staying Alive or Another One Bites the Dust, hilariously, are the best songs to do CPR to.
Yeah. You just-
Probably choosing Staying Alive then, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how you feel about the situation.
No,
But,
always
yeah,
Staying
it
Alive.
depends who you're giving CPR to. But like as you're
Always.
walking along, you're playing a song and everything's tracking your movement. And so it's like if you're walking too slowly, the song slows down. So you speed it up. If you're going too quickly, you're going to like gas yourself early. They speed the song up. So you know to slow it back down again. You got to get the right.
What, is this a fitness?
I don't know. No, this is just an idea.
Wow.
I'm just saying this could be a use
This
for
is
the
Jay's
technology.
idea. So
We have the technology.
So he's going to patent this. So please, nobody who's
Yeah.
listening and watching
Patent pending, patent pending, patent pending.
Better to just not tell people about your amazing business ideas.
on a podcast.
Don't put
Yeah.
this on YouTube now. Damn it!
It's going to go on YouTube.
I can't wait for you watching this on YouTube with your breakfast cereal just going,
That was
on YouTube.
billions of dollars. I could have made the next Android robot.
Have we ever had any ideas like that? Have you ever had an idea where you've gone, that's going to be the next big thing? If only I had the capital,
I did prepaying at petrol pumps.
I hate prepaying at petrol pumps.
I do too, but it was my idea.
I wouldn't mind it if you could like fill it up and then pay. But I was at a petrol station the other day. You had to put in like $50 credit or something.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was like, well, what if I don't?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how much petrol
Yeah.
this is going to cost, like in money. Yeah,
And it goes
I'm not
$45,
doing
like-
$1.75.
No.
Apparently, that's how the US does it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It
The
breaks
US
my
is
mind.
often backwards in a lot of ways. Sorry to all of our US
Often?
listeners. Well, I'm thinking like when you go to like a pub or something. Apparently, maybe that's the right idea that you just pay all the end. But I'm like, what if you don't know how much money you've got?
yeah.
Oh, I guess that. But let's not ostracize our US viewers,
no.
which we do
US is
have
great.
some of. Thank you, America.
Let's ostracize our German viewers.
Oh, those guys.
We've got those.
No, we thank you for everyone who tunes into us. We really do appreciate it. And I tell you what, guys, we are actually running out of time. We do need to wrap this up today.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too. Let's go get some pizza.
Pizza?
Okay.
We're going to get some
Yeah,
pizza. Okay,
pizza.
pizza after this episode. But guys, thank you so much for being here today. And Chris, thank you for being here today. We really do appreciate you. And we appreciate you bringing some really interesting topics to us as well. And those who listen to us. So thank you very much.
Chris Jolly on the Jolly Drive Home. Hope 103.2 FM.
3 to 7 p.m. Tune in.
Yes.
He's good fun too. Yep. Well, guys, that's all that we have time for today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Jay, thank you for your input.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you for your input. And Chris Jolly, not Sharma,
No.
but a pretty good substitute.
You know what? I like that. I'm going to roll with that. That's a good title.
Chris
Chris Jolly, a pretty good substitute.
Yeah, I might have to get that on my desk or something like that.
I'll print you a label out that says that for you.
Thank you. I feel very
yeah,
special
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. All right, well, thank you so much, guys. And just remember that we do have highlights on YouTube. So if you want to go and check those out, we've got full-length video episodes and also a whole bunch of shorts from what we've been going on about. So you can find us at troubleshooting_pod on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and when we eventually get out to other platforms, you'll find us there as well.
And on http://
my.
www.
Oh, he's gonna do the whole
sorry.
thing.
SSL.
http Hope1032.com.au/podcast.
Yes, and we're on there as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope 1032. Thanks for listening.